Hi, I'm John from ATV and Side by Side Illustrated Magazine. Now the old saying is, ride it like you stole it. And buddy, we've found one machine that begs you to do exactly that. It's the all-new YXZ 1000R from Yamaha. Yamaha has introduced side-by-sides before, but this is the most anticipated one they've ever brought out. In fact, it's unlike anything else. It's a pure sport machine, but what it offers is a 6-speed sequential gearbox. The transmission is between the seat for weight balance and faster shifting, but at the rear end is where the real magic happens. It's got a high-strung, high-performance 4-stroke that just begs to go fast. It wants to rev and never stops. Most of the high-performance side-by-sides on the market are twin-cylinder engines, and they make plenty of power. But the YXZ 1000R comes with an inline 3-cylinder 4-stroke. Notice the 3 exhaust pipes coming out. On the other side are 3 intakes, and up above is the airbox with 2 filters actually. One is a pleated element, and the other is a dual-density foam. That gives you maximum protection for your engine. If you're going to ride out here in the sand or anywhere else that is dusty, that's what you want. Yamaha did a fantastic job with the styling of the YXZ 1000R. The cockpit is very finished, all premium looking, which it is. Up ahead of the driver, you've got a tack with a needle, which is really cool to watch, especially when it gets in the 10,000 RPM range, and a digital gauge. It shows you the gear and the speed. The steering wheel, it's got a nice rubber coating. It feels great in your hands. Very little flex, but I like it. Down below, plenty of room for your feet, because you got a clutch down there too. And when it comes time to shift, right here with your right hand is the sequential gearbox shift lever. It's just forward or back, and it's just off the wheel, making a really short movement. Behind the lever, you've got a couple of dials here, one for the 4-wheel drive diff lock and the lights. And ahead of the passenger, you got a really nice sturdy handhold, doesn't rattle around. Thank you, Yamaha, I like that. And a knob on the glove box, which keeps it closed. Both passenger and driver get excellent seats. These seats are great. The foam is stiff enough to keep you in place, the texture is good, and all in all, the cockpit of this vehicle is very, very well done. The most important feature on any sport machine isn't the engine. Actually, it's the suspension. And on the YXZ 1000R, Yamaha gave it an excellent suspension and it handles great. The first time we rode it, we thought, this thing is a go-kart on the sand. And that's exactly what it feels like. It feels low and nimble, even though it's got good ground clearance, but the suspension soaks up anything we hit. Even big G-outs at the bottom of the dunes where you normally spike the thing in your back, it drove right through them. The rear suspension of the YXZ 1000R is sort of a cross between a 5-length and a trailing arm. It has a long arm coming back like a trailing arm system, but also a few cross pieces like a 5-length. And the advantage is very consistent through the shock stroke. When the wheel goes up and down, it's staying in essentially the same place relative to the front end. That's important for handling. BMW likes to say their cars are a driving machine. Well, guess what? So is the Yamaha YXZ 1000R. Now, there are a couple things we weren't that crazy about. You do feel a little bit of heat from the oversized radiator. Most of it goes under the vehicle as it should, but on an extremely warm day like this out in the desert, you're going to get a little bit in the cockpit. And you feel a little bit of vibration in the seat and in your feet. But that's only at low RPMs, and by low, we mean anything under 5,000. Now, you might drive most machines at 5,000 RPMs, but guess what? This one revs to 10.5, and the shift light doesn't even come on until after 9. And we found the best location to drive is about 8,000. That's where it likes to be, and it positively screams at that point. Third gear, 52 miles an hour. Fourth gear, 69. And fifth gear, we ran out of room, so I don't even know how fast it goes. But whatever it is, you're gonna like the ride. Yamaha really raised the bar with this machine.